What if societal constraints perpetuating civil dishonesty actually obstruct spiritual freedom behind veils barely questioned? We dwell in a society where honesty is often seen as a liability. A world where we are taught to hide and suppress our authentic emotions, creating a facade to keep up with the expectations of others. This chronic pattern, this civil dishonesty is like a contagion, spreading, infecting and affecting the overall psyche of the masses. In our daily lives, we often find ourselves wearing figurative masks, hiding our true selves from the society in which we exist. We go through our everyday routines like programmed robots, adhering to the monotonous patterns of life without ever questioning their significance, their purpose, or the authenticity of our actions. This mask that we wear is nothing but a deception, a lie we tell ourselves and the world. It is a manifestation of our fears and insecurities. It is a protective shield to safeguard from facing the criticisms of society and to keep us from feeling vulnerable. It is a facade, a guise, a pretense that stands between us and our true selves. It is intriguing how we, as a society, are so submerged in acts of civil dishonesty that we have normalized it, like it is an essential part of our life without even questioning its effects on our spiritual and emotional well-being. Within that realm, we continue to maintain a cultural distance, a gap that widens with each passing day. We keep ourselves locked in our own bubble, filtering thoughts and emotions, only letting out what we deem acceptable and harmless. Yet the question remains, what if there are transcendent trails where radical truth and being beyond belief surprisingly intertwine? Please visually contrast the heavy burdens of masks maintained through chronic civil dishonesty. Templates show people hiding authentic emotions, utilitarian robotic routines, bubble thought filters, and cultural distance in public spaces. Translate themes around radical truth as freedom through youthful innocence metaphors before rigid identities solidify is a challenging yet rewarding endeavor. To understand this, it's crucial to embark on a journey of introspection and observation. Let's start by observing untainted youth. Young children in their purest form offer a profound perspective on truth and freedom. Their laughter, a symphony of pure joy, echoes around the playground, free from worldly burdens. These children are not bound by societal norms, prejudices, or labels. They are not categorized by race, religion, socioeconomic status, or political affiliation. They are just children, innocent, happy, and free. Their innocence goes beyond surface distinctions, exemplifying the essence of unrestricted freedom and the honest expression of emotions. Now, think about the transformation that occurs as we grow older. Rigid identities begin to take shape. We are told to fit into certain molds, to conform to societal standards, to be normal. The spontaneity of our laughter fades away, replaced by measured responses and carefully chosen words. Our actions are driven by expectations, and our thoughts are influenced by preconceived notions. We begin to judge, assume, project, and often misunderstand. But that's not the end of the story. The possibility of interpersonal liberation can be rediscovered, a liberation that stems from an honest emotional vocabulary. It's when we learn to express our emotions healthfully, acknowledging and respecting feelings, both ours and others, without judgment. This emotional literacy allows us to make conscious choices, free from the shackles of societal projections. So, by relearning and embracing the innocence we once had, we can connect with our true selves and others on a deeper level. The radical truth we seek isn't a far-off concept, but a reality within our grasp. It's a journey that begins and ends within us, enabling us to release judgments and projections, healthfully enabling choice. Children laughing together, unconditioned beyond surface distinctions, helps illustrating the possibility of interpersonal liberation, rediscovered once honest emotional vocabulary develops healthfully, enabling choice, releasing judgments of projections. Transition concepts, questioning societal conditioning across relationships, inherited cultural assumptions, and institutional impacts on identity into rapid visual allegories on the nature of consciousness beyond physical realms. Today's visual narrative will embark on a journey, challenging the status quo, the preconceived notions that we as a society have accumulated over centuries. We begin by dissecting the intricacies of relationships, those invisible threads that bind us together yet, at times, pull us apart. Then we delve into the realm of inherited cultural assumptions, the beliefs and values passed down from generation to generation. Our visual story will unravel these assumptions, exposing how they can sometimes hinder rather than facilitate our growth. Next, we grapple with the institutional impacts on our identity. How do our schools, our workplaces, our governments shape who we are? Can we retain our individuality when we are part of such large systems? Our narrative then takes an unexpected turn, venturing into the abstract world of consciousness beyond physical realms. Here we explore the mysteries of the mind, the uncharted territories of our inner universe. What is consciousness? Is it merely a byproduct of our neural activity, or does it transcend the physical world? This voyage will be metaphorically depicted through a series of rapid visual allegories, each one shedding light on a different concept. The viewer will be invited to interpret these images, to piece together their own understanding of these complex themes. The journey culminates in an extraordinary transformation, a metamorphosis of sorts. The masked crowds, symbolizing our societal conditioning and inherent assumptions, dissolve into a rhythmic pattern of pulsating heartbeats. This signifies the shared human experience, the universality of our existence, irrespective of our different backgrounds, cultures, or beliefs. This is a manifestation of our collective human heartbeats pulsing universally, a symbol of unity, togetherness, and the undeniable power of the human spirit. Through surrealist imagery, explore Western versus Eastern symbolic cues representing spiritual awakening or non-duality consciousness. This exploration will take you through a journey of the mind and soul, through the intricate tapestry of life and existence. We will delve into the heart of culture, philosophy, and spirituality, comparing and contrasting the different pathways that these two distinct yet interconnected worlds offer. In the Western world, the concept of spiritual awakening is often tied to religious doctrine and dogma. There is a strong emphasis on the singular truth, the one correct pathway to enlightenment. This is emblemized through the representation of megaphone preachers, seemingly unyielding and steadfast in their beliefs, their insistence on singular truth pathways. This insistence is not a mere whisper but a loud proclamation. It echoes through the corridors of time, resonating with the sentiments of those who perceive spiritual awakening through the lens of a singular defined truth. It is a path trodden by many, yet understood deeply by few. On the other hand, the Eastern perspective offers a contrasting view. Here, the essence of the divine is not confined to one pathway, but is understood to permeate all forms equally. It exists behind the Maya veils, those illusions that obscure the true nature of reality. It dwells where the ego cannot reach, in the deep recesses of our consciousness. The Eastern approach encourages spiritual seekers to look beyond the superficial, to delve deeper into the essence of existence. It calls for the relaxation of ego constraints, for transcending the self through radical honesty and compassion. This journey is not an easy one, but it promises a deep, profound connection with the divine, a realization that shatters all illusions. Such is the essence of spiritual awakening, a journey that is as unique as it is universal. It invites introspection, self-discovery, and above all, a transcendence of the self through radical honesty and compassion which could be cultivated first. May our eyes widen, rediscovering reservoirs of spiritual connectivity, abundantly permeating existence, once we courageously interrogate walls limiting consciousness built through chronic dishonesty norms. Transcend beyond binary veils, friends. The greatest truth already unveils itself through honest reflections.